Okay. Well, since we haven't heard back from Frostguard, we'll go ahead and leave him on long rest as well. Let's get into the
Yes.
recap. So, last game, you guys went ahead and battled with that Death Knight that you had met in the Caverns of Sable Ridge.
Ooh.
Post that, you guys were on your way back to town, found Crazy Habib's shop of everything, which was rather interesting.
Negotiated extremely well.
Yep, yep.
Don't
Um,
forget Death Knight to Rage Quit.
yep.
We gotta stop him eventually. We can't just keep interrupting him. We've got to eventually stop him.
Not with that attitude, but proceed, DM.
Then after that, you guys had a quick bath, ventured to see the DeVillers, whose guards insulted Draho with calling him a minor lord, and then eventually
Oh, just
led
you wait
into
until I'm their boss.
meeting with Lady Liara DeVillers, which allowed you to receive an interesting ring.
Just wait until I marry her.
Post that, you guys spent the rest of the week doing things that you chose to do, and have just reconvened in the Singing Sword or Sword Tables Lounge. And here we are.
All right. So is this the morning of tournament day, or is this before?
Morning of, so you guys will have probably 4 or 5 hours before that goes on.
Okay. All right. So, big day today, guys. I pull out my maul, which looks suspiciously clean. They're not enchanting it. So,
Oh, congratulations.
thank you.
If by any chance one of you would care to, I need somebody to go with me to Notions, Lotions, and whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I went in there, Habib kicked me out and wouldn't even let me talk to his manager.
That's okay. He likes me, so I'll go with you.
Okay, because I would like to purchase some potions, and I'm even willing to pay just below his asking price.
How about...
How about you let me do the negotiating this time, Draho?
We're all going. We're all going. But, yeah...
Why does no one trust me to handle negotiations?
No.
Because you screw it up every time.
Yeah. But I've got some coin I want to put down on some potions for you guys.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Was I saved back some of my gold from my downtime so I could buy potions to be prepared.
So off to Notions, Lotions, and Potions then.
Well,
Yes.
before we get into that, if you guys want to go through what you did during your downtime, kind of catch everybody up.
Okay, who wants to start?
Apparently not you.
Oh, I can start. That's fine. I just figured somebody else wanted to take lead. I invested some gold in a blacksmith, so if you need anything made at the blacksmith, you can get a discount through me. Don't know what we might need, but I figure you never know when we might need something done at the blacksmith. I installed a new fancy box in our wagon. None of you are allowed to touch it without permission. I'm currently wearing the elven cloak, which is super green, but I am definitely making it blue as soon as possible.
Is it super green?
Yeah, but I need to get it blue because I refuse to wear green when my colors are blue.
Well, dabba-dee-dabba-die.
It's very insulting. That was a bad joke, and you should hurt for it.
Well, I don't.
You should. And what else did I do aside from the box? Oh yeah, I got kicked out of the Notions Lotions shop because I'm an illegal. His words. What's next? That was it. I am not a creative downtime person.
That's all right. No, you're getting us that Draho membership discount. So
Lumber Mill's next.
Alright, so Navara, as per usual, was hanging out in the libraries around Ravens Bluff, mostly at the Wizards College. She was able to do some research and found out some information on Levistus, who she has apparently made a bargain with now. She was able to get some information on that ship that Ark wanted to know about from the Clerk of Courts. Apparently belongs to a Faerun noble who is an ambassador with diplomatic immunity. She wouldn't tell me any more than that, so probably don't want to go screwing about with that unless we want to fight some red wizards.
I mean, it hasn't been here since it left, I imagine, so...
And then I did some more research on that mysterious blank book we found. Found out some more information about something called the Order of Angvar, who was looking for dragon stones, whatever those are. And then I'm just trying to do some demon lawyering.
You should get a devil involved as your representative for the demons. They're good with
I
law.
think I've made enough pacts with demons for a while. Thank you.
Yeah, but make one with the devil, and then he can be your contract negotiator with the demons.
Well, technically all of yours are actually with devils, because demons don't do contracts.
It's
Um,
okay.
Well, get yourself a defense demon.
All right.
Not a good joke for that, but it only works if you live in Florida, so...
Well, with my downtime, obviously I got my maul enchanted. Had to give up the +1 longsword for it, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was your sword anyways.
That is true. Keeping the shield for now, because if I got to turtle up, I got to turtle up. So I got a letter back from Castigan Mithril Hammer, thanking me for letting someone know he was still there, and apparently 75 years of back pays. He's living pretty comfortable right now. So
Oh, they actually gave him back pay?
yeah.
If being the dick that I am, I would have put him on a salary after his first year there. It made it really low, so he got what would be his average for a year.
But he also said that if we actually need any help, he's ready to go. And he gave me a contact name here. So there's that, and he gave me a nice little gift. Nothing too fancy. I am keeping that to myself right now, actually. And since the tournament right now is fighting monsters, I couldn't get any 1v1s in. So I did a little bit of guard duty. Took me out of town for a couple of days. And the halfway point, there was this obelisk honoring honorable, Baluar, honorable hero of Sarbreen, fallen but never forgotten. And apparently at the base of it, there's a cave. So at some point, I'm just curious about that. Also, we've been in town for a while, and I was kind of missing home. So I found a nice wooded area and tried to connect with the land with it. And I had a bit of a vision from my totem spirit, urging me to go pursue that sage, the one that originally kind of got us here. So once we're finished with the tournament, maybe it's something we can do, and maybe we can do a little bit of research in the time.
I forgot something else I did with downtime. I also did some scouting on our competition in the fight club, since I've got 20 gold on the line.
Oh,
I felt
quite a bit of service.
I figured I should know something about them. I'm hoping one of us did this and I missed it, but one of the team's names was the Rogers Jollies, and it's been crossed out, and over it was written the Milk-Fed Babies. And I'm hoping that's our competing team.
What was the new name?
Milk-Fed Babies.
I didn't do that.
Does anyone know who did? Because I feel like that's something our party would have done.
That definitely wasn't me.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, a couple of the teams were kicked out. It's pretty much us, the Green Line, Carol's Cavaliers, Iron Legs clan and the Milk-Fed Babies that are left. And right now, Milk-Fed Babies are the big considered to win, followed by Iron Legs. Basically, we're just above green line for expected victory. So we're the underdogs right now.
Hey, that's already put in, so let's be an upset, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. We're a good underdog. We've
also-
got 2-1 odds. No, 3-1 odds, right? No, 2-1 odds.
I did just remember one little project I had while we were in downtime. Remember how I took that one Minotaur skull
Oh yeah.
and I put it on my head?
That is very barbarian.
What?
I think our last player joined in a dramatic fashion.
That he did.
Is my new awesome helmet, Draho?
Yeah, it's very peasant. It's very much what a peasant would wear. I see peasants wear that.
See a guy walking down the street that you know he's not afraid of anything.
So yeah, that was another thing I did with downtime is I dug up a little bit of info on our competitors. I'm going to look for more actual details on the major players in it. Primarily Milk-Fed Babies and the Iron Legs, since they seem to be the two big runners with the best odds. And the goal is to eventually beat them, because I feel like they're the ones that are actually going to challenge us.
Yeah, so let's go. So, oh wait, no, we still got more downtime.
Yeah, what Frost ought to do with downtime.
After we get the potions, we should check in with Eleanor too.
Who?
Our sponsor.
Oh, right. Why? He'll see us when the fight starts.
Well, I want him to let him know we're okay and see if there's anything special he wants from us today.
Oh. That seems excessive. Mr. Employee of the Month over here. Brown-nosing the boss.
Hey, if it wasn't for me getting this guy, we wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't have as much money.
Technically, I don't have as much money. I lost 20 gold since meeting this guy, as of right now.
And whose fault is that?
Clearly bad management skills on his part. He's a subpar team leader. I said it.
He's not so much the leader as like the hype man / the backer.
But he's bad.
Says the guy who needs 2 people to come with him to buy potions.
I don't need you to come with me. I need you to keep me from getting kicked out of the store long enough to negotiate with the boss.
Right, so you need me to come with you to keep you from getting kicked out.
Yeah, because there's been a misunderstanding in communications, and it needs to be cleared up.
So, Rockgar, what'd you do?
Oh, you know, just picking flowers, trying to make some potions.
Actually making the potions for us. Appreciate that.
I like that our sorcerer is doing all the potion work, not our druid.
I like to live off the land as much as any other druid.
Assumably that means you've just been hanging out in the woods doing psilocybic mushrooms and experiencing life in ways we could only imagine.
I had to open my mind's eye.
To know how to make potion.
Must transcend this physical realm and the constraints of reality to understand how the potions truly are made.
Right?
I'm gonna be really annoyed if once again this character sheet did not save my arcane shots. Let me look them up again. I got them.
Well, I think that's all of us.
Mm-hmm. All right, so off to lotions, notions, and potions.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll go in first.
sounds good. You guys walk into the store.
I'll wave and sort of like give a semi-apologetic as Draho's walking in.
Habib looks at you, and then he looks at him, and then he looks back at you.
I mean, just try.
So, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Navarra.
Hi,
and ladies.
yes. We were looking to acquire some potions.
Oh, yes, we do have the potions. Are you looking for the minor, the greater, or the superior?
Oh, Cock and I at Draho. What were you looking for?
We need the prices on each, please.
Oh, and then he turns to Draho. For you, it would be 100 gold for the minor.
What about for me, Mr. Habib?
Well, for such a lovely young lady as yourself, oh my golly gosh, I would give you halfway discount of only 50 gold.
Can you do the original price of 25 if I promise he will not talk again?
I think I can do that. But do you think you can make him do that?
I grab Draho's wrist and just pinch it. Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay. Well then,
All right.
25 gold apiece. And how many would you like?
How many do we need, guys?
25 gold apiece. Let me double check what my coin purse is currently holding.
It's gonna probably be for a big search.
So if that's for the small, what about the medium size out of curiosity?
The greater, right?
Greater, yep.
For her, not for me.
What about the greater ones, Mr. Habib?
Just double checking. Those would be a standard fee of only 150 gold.
And so what do you think, guys?
I think I'd rather have a lot of weak ones than a few good ones.
I mean, if we're gonna do a strong one, it's probably gonna be for me.
I've got about 250 gold I can invest into this. I'd rather not put it all, but
I say let's get a bunch of small ones for now.
25 a piece, that's so 4 for 100.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get 8 of them on my dime, so 200 gold.
Oh, that is
That
Well,
leaves
a hand behind my
big
back,
order.
pulling out this money. Just hand it to Nora.
I'll take the money from Ark and pass it over to Crazy Habib.
Okie dokie. So, we'll go ahead and package those up for you. Do you need any gift wrap? And he looks at Draho.
No, thank you.
Okay. So, and he opens up a
I
drawer,
don't know how much talking I'm allowed to do.
sticks his hand in, goes all the way down to his arm, comes back out and has a vial with, or a small container that holds 8 of them, and sets it down for you.
Thank
I
you
will-
very much. It was a pleasure doing business.
Oh, of course. Golly gosh, come back anytime you like.
And of course, thank you again for this.
Oh, yes, yes. I do what I can.
It almost seems glossy now. I like it.
Yes.
Also,
Very
while we're
good with the
here,
paints.
I'm gonna lean over to Ark and say, ask him how much it would cost to dye this green cloak blue. This color blue, and I'm gonna point at my tunic.
Mr. Habib, by chance, do you do anything in like changing the coloration of clothing?
Oh, yes. It is somewhat difficult, but does not take too much time.
Okay. Let's say if you were to try to change the color of a cloak.
Oh, just any cloak, or are we talking a magical cloak?
It's a magical cloak.
Oh, yes, okay. So I would have to find the particular berries that would be needed to make that, I'm assuming the blue color for your tall friend. Yes?
Perception, as always.
Wonderful. So that would probably take me a day or two to come up with, just to find those. And then from there, yeah, about 5 minutes to actually make it happen.
What would it cost?
And he kind of turns and squints at Draho. I don't know. Maybe a little too much for you.
I'm again going to look at Ark and say,
Well, how much would it be for me?
Well, for you, I would probably do for 25 gold.
Okay.
I am
Well.
going to take off the cloak, drop
Well.
25 gold in it, and hand it to Ark.
Oh,
And
thank
say,
you for that for me. If you, I'm gonna whisper to Draho, do you need this for today?
What's up?
Do you need this for the fight today? Because he said it's going to take him a couple of days to come up with the berries for the guy.
No, it's a cloak of elven kind. It's useless in the fight today.
I mean, if you say so. Yeah, no, that'll be. Put that down there. Look, I'm not going to argue with you about how you choose to go into a fight. So,
I show any concern for battle tactics.
So,
All right. Well, come back in 2 days, and I will have this ready for you.
yeah, thank you.
Most welcome. Are there any other magical items that you might be interested in at the moment?
Not at the moment. At least
All
not
right.
for me. I think I'm doing a bit of saving for that.
Understandable. Some things can be quite expensive, but
As we went over.
yes. But as always, Crazy Habibs is here to help.
Thank you. And I elbow Draho.
Yeah, once we're outside the shop, I'm going to ask, because this is legitimately a Draho question. Why did the manager name it after his employee?
You know, like, it might be for tax reasons.
Ah, say no more. Tax dodging. I'm familiar with that.
I love how Ark barely understands money, and that worked. That's just kind of fun you can have on Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, that was the only thing we needed. I wanted to make sure we had them potions so we could...
Yep, we had the same concern.
All right. So, how are those potions getting divvied up, or are they all going on Draho?
I would suggest... We got quite a few people. I think everyone should take one for personal use, and then the rest probably leave with me or Kibble, since we're going to be the ones moving around the battlefield in the distance.
Yeah,
We can walk up to people as they need it.
right.
Probably disperse them between me and Kibble in case one of us gets knocked down.
And of course, I came prepared.
So I guess that'd be 3 of them, 1 to each of you, and then that'd leave 5. So I'll take 2, and we'll give Kibble the last 3.
Okay.
So that's how we'll disperse those.
And then we could, based off of our winnings today, see what happens.
Yeah.
So, again, like, if it's a situation where I'm bothering with a potion, at some point we want to consider maybe getting stronger one.
Well, I would rather have like 8 really decent potions than 2,
Oh, yeah.
really strong ones that we only get 2 uses that way.
From a metagaming standpoint, we bought more healing today than if we had bought one big one. It just takes more turns to do it. So,
Yes.
all right.
Okay.
Well,
If you pop into your inventory sections, I have added potion healing, which
Okay.
should be sitting there for each of
And
you.
I already updated mine to 2.
Okay.
Wait, no, I would have 3 because I had 1 already, didn't I?
Yep,
No.
you sure did.
And it's
Okay.
only one that you listed that has an evening.
So yeah, that's good. Now me and Kim are both holding 3, so if one of us gets knocked down, the other one can still help people.
That's good.
You know, I may be a klutz when it comes to social interactions, but when it comes to supporting the party, I'm number 1.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Well, we got a couple hours to kill. I do want to get in touch with Lord Eleanor, and actually, it's possible there might be some matches going on before our start, so we might be able to watch how some of the competition operates.
I want to keep an eye on the milk-fed babies and the iron legs, because they seem to be the big guys that are expected to do the best.
Iron leg.
Well, one's called the milk-fed babies, and that's the big team that I'm competing against, or I lose 20 gold and 2 months of free time. And the other one is the Iron Legs clan, who is 2nd ranked. We're currently 4 out of 5.
I'd be wary of those iron leg. I heard they're sturdy.
I'm guessing they're probably a dwarf team.
Unless anyone's got some other ideas, why don't we have
No, I think knowing more about our opponents before our match is a good idea.
Or
Yeah,
just seeing blues might, be funny.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are heading over to the Hall of Wonders, I assume?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To the Fight Club.
So, you get there, no troubles. You get down into the arena. Down there, you can see that one of the teams is actually just finishing up, specifically the milk-fed babies. They, the crowd is like cheering wild, seem to be super happy, and they're dragging the corpses of Ettins and ogres off the field.
Okay, so fairly minor giants, not bad.
We just missed them, but
They won.
What just left the field as far as who are the milk-fed babies? Races, guesstimates at classes.
Whoa! You can't just.
What?
So,
I'm a noble. Knowing your race and class is my job.
You see what look to be 2 that are more martial, wearing heavier armor. One that's in kind of leather armor using short swords and a short bow. 2 that are in robes, and then a 3rd that's in chainmail that has a mace and is clutching a holy symbol in the other hand.
Okay, give me a sec. I didn't have a pen ready for that. So we've got...
I may or may not be looking for a specific tandem.
So we have 2 in heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
What race are they? Can I tell?
Not with the armor on.
Okay. Do they look?
They're
like
not short.
medium?
They're not tall. They're standard humanoid size.
Okay.
So functionally, potentially human, half elf, maybe elf.
Gotcha.
Oh,
And
it's-
what weapons are they carrying?
One has a longsword and shield. The other one has a greatsword.
Gotcha. So a one-hander and a two-hander.
So, the more damage-focused one, the more defense-focused one. They have a cleric. From here, we
And
determine what their holy symbol was for.
Not from this range. It's handheld, but held close.
so we have a dual wielder in light armor. And again, are these all pretty much medium-sized humanoids?
Yep.
Okay.
Casters.
So a dual wielder in light armor. And a, you said a cleric?
Yep.
There is
One that's more than likely a cleric.
Yeah.
They had a mace, so.
Yeah, so cleric, unknown deity, and anything else in their party?
Two some robes. So, now robes, like long flowy robes, not like tight fit cloth, right?
Right.
Okay, 2 robes. What kind of staves were they carrying?
One has a standard kind of quarterstaff. The other one looks to be carrying just a small stick or wand.
Gotcha. So we've got at least 1 wizard and 1 warlock or sorcerer.
Okay. So,
These are all inferences that are going to need further investigation, but they will help me when I investigate next time.
Okay. Well, we have a better understanding of the team composition.
Yep.
All right, and they'd be cleaning up the arena right now, but do you know who's next up?
Looks like you guys are in about 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Wow, they give a lot of time in between.
Mm-hmm.
Although I imagine wrangling all the beasts up for a fight takes a while.
Just a bit. And considering
also
you're down to just a couple teams, and it's spaced over a 10-day, normally they only do 1 per day.
So it's a double header today.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Is fantastic. We've got good info on those guys. Before our fight starts, I would like to find some slightly drunk, enthusiastic people that watched that fight.
Okay.
And just ask him a bunch of questions about what I missed. Just try and get, because the drunker guy's going to be more outlandish with his story, but he's probably the one that paid the most attention.
Sure.
As dumb as it sounds in these situations, the drunker you are, the better you're going to be at explaining this shit.
Well,
So,
go ahead and roll investigation.
yes. This is all the pre-work before you get into it. I ain't losing my 20 gold. So investigation, I should be able to go to skills.
Mhm.
And... Oop, that is not what I drag. That did not work. I threw it the other way.
There it goes.
All right, 8. You knew what this was.
Oh, yeah. So you go searching around, and it seems that most of the drunkards have been kind of ousted from the building. Anyone that's too far sloshed.
Okay, so I guess I'll find somebody that can tell me what happened.
Yep. So after a little bit, you're able to find one that seems slightly inebriated, but not so far gone that the, shall we say, bouncers need to deal with them.
Excellent.
You come up to him, and he just kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Huh? What can I do for you?"
I just missed that fight that they happened, and it looked like a good one. I was curious if you could give me like a quick rundown of what happened.
Oh man, it was so good. There were like 2 Ettins, and I think the third one was an ogre, but I'm not sure. It was really big, but only 1 head, dude. Only 1 head. And
Fascinating. Now,
yeah.
what did the other team? What was their name? Milk-fed babies.
Yeah, it's a weird name change.
Yeah,
Not sure why
it
their
seems
manager did that.
I would assume that their manager is just kind of an idiot.
Oh, that could be, dude.
Yeah, not a smart
Yeah,
man
dude.
like you, obviously. He doesn't have your kind of charisma and wit.
Oh, no, of course not. And probably not the money.
Yeah, definitely not the money. But anyways, what would you say the common tactic was that the other team used? Well, what did they do exactly to deal with those Ettins and such?
Well, you see, they each came in from like a different door, dude. And so they all just flanked to one side and then moved up to the other one and then moved to the third one. It was like they just kind of focused on one at a time. It was so
Gotcha,
cool.
that's
It's
smart.
so bloody, but the rogue almost went down, man. Like, he got hit by one of those Ettins twice in the face.
You'd think the rogue would be good at ducking.
You'd think. I mean, he's only in leather armor. I mean, you know, dip, duck, dodge, and dive. If you can dodge whatever, you can dodge an Ettin, right?
Yeah, leather armor, you say. Fascinating. Did he seem like he was very good at stabbing, or did he prefer to hang in the background more with maybe a bow? Did anyone like to use a bow?
He had a bow on him, but he only used it like once, and then he dropped it and ran in with a pair of short swords.
Ah, so an incompetent archer. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the help, man. I'm sad I missed the fight.
Oh, you got to get here early, dude. Like, the line is out the door.
Hey man, you seem like a cool dude. You probably get got a special location here. You can get in any time. You don't have to worry about crowds, right? You got the money.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Privileged lords and whatnot.
Hey, how about you do a solid for an out-of-town lord that doesn't have a lot of connections here, and next time the fight's going down, you help get me and my buddies here in the door early so we can watch the fight.
Oh yeah, dude, I got you.
Awesome.
Where do I let people know that, like, the messengers, so they can come get you?
What was the name of the hotel we were staying at? Because that's where they need to go.
The Singing Sword Inn.
I love
Singing Sword Inn.
I like
Tell
how we
him
figure this guy did not watch our first match.
Tell the messenger to look for Lord Draho or one of his retinue.
Of course. It's always good to have a retinue. That's why I got these guys. Man, they beat face. I should totally put them in this. But, my dad won't let me. He says they're too expensive. I don't think so.
Hey, what can you do? Dads never let you have any fun.
I know, all right?
Right. So you have a good day, man. We're going to go, start our fight.
Oh, cool. You have fun, man. I'll be up here cheering for you.
Thanks. And then I'm going to leave, having done the only thing a noble is good at. Brown knows another noble.
Yes, I tracked down Lord Alinor, and I assume he tells me all the same information.
Yeah,
but...
basically. Just with a bit more clarity.
You can't be too reliant on Lord Alinor.
He has an investment in us. So
yes, but
well.
If we only rely on him, we only know the info he wants to tell us.
And I'll let him know what we did in between. So
okay,
just one, so he understands that we can take care of business off of here too. So he feels a bit more confident in us.
Yeah. So I'm more than confident in you, Ark. Your team did splendidly well, and if you have to fight anything like the last team did, I don't have any doubts.
Couple of giants, right?
Yeah, couple three.
That's nothing we can't handle.
Yep.
Yeah, we got that in the bag.
In fact, if you guys can handle this, I know somebody that's looking for a job to clear out a small family of ogres that are just up in the hills.
Well, let's do our warm-up here first.
All right.
But, it's nice to tussle with something knick-knack.
Good plan.
Obviously, to scale, audience.
Okay. Well, what do you guys say we go earn our paycheck today?
All right.
Okay.
Also, what's a paycheck?
Paycheck is what you give people that do work for you. It's generally small and not a lot of money.
That's a weird term for metal discs that have value. Anyway, let's...
Should we go bet on our own team? Is there a place to do that?
Yes, there is.
And I'm going to explain to Ark that the reason they call it a paycheck is because when you get your pay, you have to bite into the coin to check it for authenticity. Because people oftentimes give you fake money.
Actually, that makes sense. Now, here's the thing. Ark's not actually, humoring you. He actually, is believing that that's how it works. So,
for all we know, it does. Draho's not very good with money.
I'm just saying that how many times he's been passively, aggressively, sarcastic with you, this one he believes.
And he has thought that you've believed everything he said.
So yeah, how does this whole gambling work?
You give someone a lot of money to hold on to, and then if you're lucky, they give you more money back. Or you end up with no money.
So I guess I'll go with the Frostguard there.
Okay. So you guys head over to the bookie booth. And
yes.
Basically, it's that same little goblin that Draho talked to the last time you guys were here. And he's standing in front of the large team board, which has the name of the 10 teams that were in it. Top team currently, quote-unquote, was the Jolly Rogers, but has been overwritten to the Milk-Fed Babies. Their pay-in is 20, and for every 20 you put in, if they win, you get an extra gold. The Iron Legs clan is a 5-1. Carol's Cavaliers, 3-1. Arachnophobia, you guys are 2 to get 1. The green line is a 1-to-1. Angvar's Raiders are out. The Dangerous Gentlemen are out. The Lion's Head Trinity are listed as out. The Right Red Hand, also out. And Quentin's Quartet is the last one of the 10 that is out.
And this is per match or for the full tournament, and then you collect at the end?
This is per match.
Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll put down 20 for us.
20? Okay.
On us? I am going to meet you on that. I'll put 20 down on us.
Like, I'm confident with you guys.
Yeah.
I'll put 200 down on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Also, I love that this already illegal sports ring lets you bet on yourselves.
Yep. Sure
I
does.
mean, why wouldn't you?
The only rule that they really have against that is if you obviously throw the match, they will take your money.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not betting on yourself losing,
I mean,
I will also take 100 on us winning.
100. Wow.
All right.
we
Good
are
bet.
all confident except me, who's afraid to put up too much money because if we
Well,
do
but
fail,
I'm still like getting used to the whole money thing, so I'm just like, I'm gonna just try a little bit this time. So
I mean, I do have brand new devil powers, so
that is
yeah,
true.
that is true.
You now have a skull in your book.
I got a new spell.
And I've spent the last week mercantiling, which makes me a better archer somehow.
And I'm just trying to get to my second attack, and just a bit more meat on top of my other meat.
That's a lot of meat.
All right.
I mean that I am the meat shield. That is my role.
So the bookie's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take your money. That's 20 from you, 20 from you, 200 from you. Ah, good plan. 100 from you. All right. So I've got this all set. Come back up if you win. If you're not, you're pretty close to dead. As you can see, the arena's been reshifted for this second round. Careful of the acid, careful of the lava. Water's pretty cool. Have fun.
There's a boat now too.
Yep, that's in case you want to have a little fun in the water. It's not like it's a big pond, but we threw it in.
Put the boat out to squid. Like, I'm pretty sure you could duck into that as well.
It's potential. Mm-hmm.
Right. And which way are we entering from? The south?
Yep, South door again.
There is a mounted crossbow to the north.
There is a ballista, yeah.
Oh, is that a full-on? I've got it on that. Oh, yeah, that's a full-on ballista. I say we drop kibble on that ballista. Keep one person back there, probably me, to guard him.
I think
And
well,
everyone else circle in front of the ballista to protect. I say we hole up around the ballista and use that.
you're assuming that they're not coming out of that door.
If they come out of that door, we dismount that
That's the
ballista
first
with
thing-
our
that's the
unnecessarily strong barbarian and turn it around.
yeah. If they come through that door, the first thing they're getting is a bolt to the chest. So, I mean, it might be a one and done, but that's a pretty substantial one. So, all right.
Also, does that thing pivot very far? Like, what's its turn radius?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You guys aren't sure. You're not quite in their arena yet.
Okay.
I will
When
say
we get there, I think that should be our best plan: is to put kibble on that thing and just protect it while he does
We'll
the
say
damage.
this. I will say this. If we don't have enough time to actually get to the ballista, I will try to draw them away from it. Kibble should hide until they start paying attention to me, and then he can get on.
Gotcha. So if we can't get the ballista first, we'll do the other way. But if we leave through the north, we should get the ballista first.
And I'll try to stand in a place where they want to walk away from it anyway. So,
Gotcha.
but those environmental hazards are looking very tempting.
You do what you want. I'm staying with kibble at the ballista until it's destroyed or no longer useful.
I mean, generally, if it's destroyed, it's no longer useful. But yes, okay,
It could run out of ammo, could malfunction.
that's true. Do we see any additional bolts next to it, or is it just one?
Just the one.
Okay, well, it's be a one-hit wonder regardless.
Yeah, still.
So let's
Oh,
make
well,
up-
if it only has one, then we don't need to guard it. We'll put kibble on it, let him take the shot, and then he can peace out because he's really deft and agile.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. We'll get in there, we'll get kibble on that thing, and then he can back out to the boat and start covering fire.
Okay.
Everyone else, position yourself however you want to protect yourself.
All right. And before they open the gates or even announce us, Minotaur helmet on.
Okay.
And I'll start with them all.
Alrighty. Any other pre-prep you want to do before you get into the arena?
Crush your enemies. Drive their boats
Yeah.
into church.
Yeah. Somebody needs to learn gusts so that you can make my cloak billow as we enter.
Or we could get you a cloak of billowing.
No, that's silly.
I almost took prestidigitation.
Yes. Yes. Learning a specific cantrip just to make your cloak.
Actually, I have prestidigitation. Can you make my cloak do something fancy with it? I've never really used
Yep,
it.
you sure can.
They just gave it to me as being an arcane archer.
That is a thing you can do.
We found a way to waste an actor.
Well, I mean, it's before battle starts. I'm going to
That's
when
true.
we're walking out. I've got to do something to make it
If it's free
impressive.
introduction, yeah.
like we're trying to impress them. That's why you've got the big stupid helmet.
And just so I know those squares with circles in them, those are
Pillars.
So we're placing ourselves.
Yep, go ahead and start out at the bottom door section down in the south. As you guys come walking in, your door opens. The other three haven't as of yet. The announcer goes live. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today, again, for your viewing pleasure, we have Arachnophobia coming in from the southern door. They'll be fighting again in the same arena. We have made some changes, though. Hopefully it won't get too hot for them.
Not letting me token.
So as we
Can I grab
exit, I want to make sure I come out first because of the prestidigitation.
There I am.
Because I can have up to 3 of these effects on at once.
How do I token?
I got you.
Just
I want
Yeah.
to first make a an illusory image. It can fit in your hand. Oh, never mind, that don't work. So I want to put I guess the Arachnophobia flag, which was basically my crest with spider shit added to it because I put my crest everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I want that to appear in the sand 10 feet ahead of me, and as we move, another one appear. And then I want to make a harmless sensory effect of just, faint music, just, epic music.
actually, you know what? Now that I'm getting a better concept of the scale of the arena, I will have javelin out instead.
Okay.
Boy, this really doesn't do a lot of good stuff. Prestidigitation kind of sucks.
If you're inventive with it, it can be super useful.
It's because you lack imagination.
Clearly I do, but I'm not seeing a lot of ways I can use this to make us look wow.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna enlarge art.
Okay.
Well, that helps too. Dude, just Super Mario's behind us.
How do you do that? You right click on it? Oh,
There we go. And with that, go ahead and roll initiative. The other 3 doors just slam open.
Yep.
who dares?
Did our entrance do anything to wow the crowd?
You got some moderate cheers. You guys still are lower ranked as far as the 5.
Like we're like competing against teams that probably have done this a few times.
Yeah, but I mean, we gotta give them the old razzle dazzle, as they say. That again did not roll where it was supposed to,
Right.
and I don't even know why I bother rolling dice.
Okay, 2 Ettins.
Did that actually roll?
No.
Nope.
for initiative?
What do you know? I got the exact same number.
13. for arc. I say concentrate on the ogre first. It'll probably go down faster. Plus, the other ones have a bit more terrain to go through to get to us. So
That's one way to do it.
I'm going to say this while I'm still smart. Oh, is that a pit trap? Yay.
Okay. So starting out, we'll be top of the round with Nivara.
All right. Nivara will go ahead and move forward. Let's see. Where do I want? Is this just in front of the ogres or the hill giant? Is that
About a 6-foot wall. You can see him over it, though.
cover or no?
For him,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So
Same
what
thing
about
is
the-
true for the right wall. It's wooden. But given where you're at, if you move over like a square or two, you'll be able to see beyond the wall. The two large posts on the right that look kind of like tree roots are large tree stumps cut at about 8 feet tall. As well, the items that look kind of like bramble sticks. Those are large funeral pyre-ish looking things.
Well, since I can't really see the giant, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just take like a step to my right here, and then we will fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
So
that's fun. How do you do?
well,
Will hit.
and how do I roll damage? Do I just click the die in here?
Yep,
Is
so
there
if,
some-
if it is showing the damage on the spell itself, if you double click that damage piece, it should double roll that for you.
Having fun spinning, Draho?
There we go.
Huh?
So 5 on that one.
All right, and then number 2.
12 also hits, yeah. And another 8. Okay, so your Eldritch Blasts shoot out, hit him a couple times in the chest. He kind of grunts and just...
Alright, and then I will move kind of like back over here behind Ark. Nothing for bonus action.
Okay.
It's like I'm moving cover.
That will bring us to Kibble. Direction.
Kibble? Kibble, getting to the ballista is kind of pointless at this point, so
Well, again, go for the hill giant. Draw the one on the top away from it. He can run right up there.
yeah, I think we should let Kibble take the initiative. Do what you think's best, little man.
All right.
And or woman.
And
It's a good way.
He will go ahead and 30. He will book double move to there, and you see him pull his bow and hold action.
Good kid.
Froscar.
all right. If they're in range.
Oh, wow. Everyone got some pretty good initiative rolls.
All right.
Looks like the Ettins 90 and the other guy's 60.
So at the hill giant, I'm gonna use Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to make it quickened.
Okay.
Speaking from experience, fire against hill giants, good tech.
That roll.
No, it did not. A 20 will hit.
I thought that was natural at first. I was excited.
Me too. All right. So Scorching Ray does 2d6 fire damage. That's disappointing.
So 6. Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 55. Alright. Then I'm going to hit him with a cantrip. I think he's within 60 feet.
Hmm.
I believe he is.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Nope.
Just out.
You'd have to
Alright,
move up some.
Move up to about there.
Okay.
And then I'll hit him with the... Hopefully hit him with a ray of frost.
Okay. Sixteen.
16 hit.
With the partial cover, yes, just hits.
Alright. He takes 1d8, and then his movement is slowed.
Okay.
Looks like he's suffering from freeze or burn.
All right. So your first ray of fire
that.
goes shooting into his left shoulder. You follow that up with that ray of frost that fires into his right shoulder, kind of staggering him, and he just kind of starts looking like he's about to move into your direction.
Yeah, sure he's unhappy.
And that is his turn.
Yes, expose yourself.
So
But not
he's
that
going
way.
to pitch some rocks at Frostgar.
Oh no, not rocks.
Oh, also,
one
if you're
true weakness.
wondering about
These are like precise rocks.
if you're wondering about how far away you are, if you left-click on your character, then control left-click on the other thing that you're attacking. So, like in this case, the hill giant, the Frostgar, it'll put a line between you and it and give you the footage.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
Convenient.
All right, first one misses. Second one hits.
Oh no.
So 24 hit points. He chunks you
I mean,
with a large boulder.
Okay.
Does
I
that
take
put-
it.
That puts you down?
Yeah, no, I have 30 hit points.
3?
In response, I'm going to use a reaction to negate 1d12 of it.
Good plan.
Way to Goliath your way out of that.
Yep. All right.
How do you make that thing do the distance?
Okay. Click on your character, then press the
Okay.
control button down, and while holding that control button down, click on the other character.
Although in your case, they're on the map, they're in range.
How much
Yeah.
was it in total?
It's just curious.
24, so
spells.
that brings it down to 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's not
And
working
he will
for some reason.
likewise scoot up into this corner. That'll bring us to Art.
First he can move.
What's that?
Is that as far as he can move?
Oh no, he can move further, he's just choosing not to.
Oh, we got a big, dumb, slightly smart one.
Mhm.
Okay.
I didn't piss him off enough, I guess.
It is a giant. They are smarter than, like, ogres.
I would hope so.
I mean, that's not saying much.
Alright, what you doing, Ark?
Oh, it is my turn.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, in that case... 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's hard to count these spaces when I'm this big. Oh, that puts him just in short range of my Jetcam.
Perfect.
But first, rage.
Good plan.
Yeah.
I think taking half damage is more important than being slightly harder to hit. And attacking recklessly does nothing to ranged attacks. It's a 16 on the die anyway.
That will hit.
Alrighty. Okay. It's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Alright. It reaches in, sticks into his chest slightly, and he just kind of brushes it off.
Melee weapon attack. Okay, so yeah, that's just a straight thing. Alright. Then I kind of beat my chest and basically just try to challenge him.
Okay. He reacts similar. And,
Then just to kind of up the ante here, I'll pull out my maul and just bring it.
you see him kind of pull a bag out and is just tossing rocks up in the air.
It's a weird way to play croquet, but I'm that is my action.
All right, Lord Draho.
Okay. I'm going to go, let's see. 30. And I am going to shoot the Ettin at the north, token 1.
Okay.
And if I hit him, I'm going to entangle him so he maybe dies coming to us. If I did.
Just have clubs, so we can maybe focus on the guy who's lobbing boulders. I mean,
well, if that guy has to move to come after us, if he's taking thorn damage the whole way.
That is fair. That
That's
is
why.
fair.
I mean, if I can take one out of the fight or weaken them before they get to the fight, I'm going for it.
I see strategy.
Oh, that should hit for sure.
That it does.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm a thorn and real good.
Right
Nice.
between the eyes. Which set?
Let me double check the... Yeah, it does. 2d6 poison. He's reduced by 10 feet movement, and then 2d6 slashing on turn if he doesn't remove it. So that's a d8 plus 3. So that's 6, and then 2d6s of poison. That's 7.
13 total. Okay.
13 total. And he's entangled.
Okay. So your shot fires off, hits him in a shoulder, and then the vines just whip around him.
Yep. And got a bonus action, but I don't think I've got anything in my action economy I can bonus. Yeah, I'll just wait here then.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Ettin 1. Go ahead and roll your entanglement damage.
Figured it'd be too stupid to take it off, but the hill giant might be smart enough.
These two heads might squabble over whether they want to or not.
That's 9, believe it's slashing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
It moves up to here. You see it kind of struggle momentarily to turn the ballista, and then the ballista pops off its kind of held down tracks and aims towards Ark since he's the biggest target.
Literally the biggest target.
Yep.
The biggest target.
Oh, wait. Sorry, there's an additional damage from the javelin because I forgot I was big.
Okay. That was on the hill giant, right?
Hill giant, yeah.
Okay. All set. Natural 1. So that pull of the ballista off its tracks, he accidentally dislodges the bolt and it goes flying into the ceiling. Chunks into that invisible barrier.
Well, so much for that plan.
And you see one head look at the other and it's just like...
I just laugh, but now it's louder because I'm big.
Yep. All right. At number 2. Gets to there. And that is his action. That brings us to top of the round with Nivara.
Okay, how do I do the range thing again? Because it wasn't working for me before. I left-clicked on me.
Yep. And then control left click on the thing you're wanting to target.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not working for me.
Yep, me neither.
You have to hold control the whole time.
Yep. And
Yeah, holding control the whole time.
the easy way to know if you've got it right, when you click your character, it will kind of do a dark outline to it. If it's not showing that, then it's not going to do it.
Yep. Yeah, oh well. Let me just count this then.
What are you at going after?
I was looking at 2.
There you go, 50 feet.
Okay. Goody. So we're gonna try out my new spell. So she's gonna go ahead and do whatever arcane hand motions, and then like the air around her will drop a few
The
degrees
Macarena.
Great.
as she summons this lance of ice and flings it at the Ettin.
Okay, make your roll.
Alright, so
Critical. Beautiful.
That is a great way to cast it for the first time.
Yep. Roll that massive damage.
Looks like Frost the one that freezes them to death.
So, total of 30 points.
Oh!
If I recall correctly, that also slows and whatnot.
con save for a stun.
That's right.
Oh, please do.
Rolled a 15.
14, so
Yeah, so it goes over the lava but seems to lose a bit of mass as it does so. It hits, breaks into several thousand ice shards and drops to its feet, but you can see the massive impact wound in its chest.
Alright, and I'm gonna also go run up here to the pillar.
Okay.
Hey, I was gonna go there.
Yeah, well, you didn't just chuck a giant ice lance at an Ettin, so
You just didn't paint a giant icy target on your back.
Oh, thinking about that, since the Ettin did get within Kibble's range, I do believe.
Yeah, short bow range. And that's a magic short bow thanks to my negotiating skills.
Not fully within, because it's a 30-80, isn't it? Or is it 80-120?
I think it's
For a short bow?
Yeah.
yeah.
Pull
I think
that
it's
up real quick.
8120.
It sold the Book of Armaments.
I always thought it was 8120, but I also
83-20. That's even
320.
better. Yep. So that'll do. We'll move into Kibble's turn, and we'll just give him double action for that attack. Hits on the first one. Hits on the second one.
Yay.
First one does minimal damage. Second one does moderate damage. So as the Ettin came around that corner, Cable fired off a bow shot, hits him in the thigh, doesn't seem to make any impact. It continues to charge forward. Then Naivar's Ice Lance happens. Kibble then reloads, fires again. Seems to manage to hit just about that same chunk of thigh, and the Ettin looks down, then looks at it, both heads look at each other, and looks direct at Kibble and looks pissed.
I am, of course, going to tell Kibble, good grouping. Good grouping.
That'll bring us to Frostgar.
Alright.
See, that other team focuses fire. We disperse the damage equally.
I was less worried about the damage. I wanted to stun it.
That would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It is a giant. Con saves are kind of in their favor.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to work.
It was close. Very
It's okay.
close.
It's okay. That was a fine how do you do.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna ice knife the hill giant.
Okay. That will hit.
And we're rolling so good, I might use my sharpshooter.
Well, now we're boned.
So that'll add 5, and I believe that has a, what is it, dex save to it?
Oh, you're saying.
Oh, if it's ice knife, it's only for people within
Around the
5 feet.
Ah, okay. Well, either way would have failed. Okay, anything else? Froscar?
I will go into defense mode.
You used your action, so you can't use an action to do dodge.
Okay, then I'm done.
You can get to that rock pile.
It is a sturdy, good 4 feet tall, that rock pile.
Yeah, you should have enough movement you can duck behind the rocks.
Yeah, go pro. Because if they try to hit you with range, it'll be a disadvantage.
Okay. So I'll just hop over here.
Okay. Alright, so your ice knife hits into him. Seems to have very little impact, and he just kind of brushes himself slightly. Which will bring us to the Hill Giant's turn.
Looks good. Probably will.
Alright, he takes 2 boulders out of that bag, looks at Ark, and just has this cocky smile.
And I give a cocky smile right back. Bring it on.
Ooh, that's a 25.
He brought it on.
And a nat 1.
Only brought it on once.
Does he drop a boulder on his foot?
Basically. So he takes that first one, chucks it at you. It hits you square in the chest. Doesn't really phase you, but doesn't feel great. Second boulder, he goes to lob it, and it's one of those like really bad 5-year-old pitches where they toss it and it just kind of goes off the back and falls down behind them.
Was that halved?
It was not, so we'll need to adjust that. So,
I was gonna say if that wasn't
9.
halved, holy crap!
Yeah, we don't have the rage feature turned on. Once we
It's
fix that.
totally fine. I'm just like looking at that. I'm like, I'm just trying to get a scale of how hard this is.
Yep. All right. That will bring us to you, Ark.
Okay. How tall is that wall he's hiding behind?
About 6 foot.
Okay, not tall enough. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can get to here. Is that close enough to actually hit it?
Because you're large, I'm going to go ahead and say yes, that you can make kind of a riposte around the...
Okay. We'll make this a little more intimate on the next turn, but yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna give him the grin because me and this guy both are very excited about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So reckless attack because that's cocked. 17 to hit.
I'm fairly certain that will do it. Yes, it will.
Certainly hope so. But a slightly lower number hit him earlier, so 2d6 and a 4. Not terrible. 17 magical bludgeoning damage.
Very nice.
And I want to get up close for him to see this. I'm going to get even more fuzzy. Shifting.
Okay.
That is going to be 10 temporary hit point because I rolled 11.
All right, that is set. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right, that'll bring us to Draho.
Excellent. So, we are going to sharpshooter on that Ettin that I hit with the... Actually, let's go for this Ettin too, because it's already weak. We might be able to take it out. The other one's thorns, so
Okay.
he's not a threat yet. So I'm going to aim at Ettin 2 and take a sharp shot. Womp womp.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make it.
Wouldn't have made it even if I didn't sharpshoot, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And
Which head to aim?
you know what? Because this is just a fight, let's action surge and do another attack.
All right.
Why not? Another +2. Keep going for broke here. Come on, critical, baby. Womp womp. Wouldn't have hit anyways.
So you fire off one, it hits into the kind of stick pile to its left. You fire off the second one, goes way wide to the right, just kind of falls into the lava pit.
And I'm going to sort of raise my bow in the air and turn around as if, like, I'm boasting that I'm making it a challenge. I'm trying not to make it seem like I missed because I suck. I'm trying to make it seem like I'm trying to create atmosphere.
Okay.
And increase the tension.
So is that a deception check or a persuasion check or a performance check?
Well, let's go with the performance.
Oh, why?
Because you're in an arena. This is all
You're trying to
performance.
entertain.
Oh, man, that's a -1. This is going to turn out well. Come on, natural 20. This is the time I need you. Don't have to help me with any attacks. Oh, 11. That's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, you do it. The crowd seems to cheer.
Yes.
That was odd. There we go.
I feel like we're more entertaining because we right now have a large dude soloing a giant in a melee. And then we just had the whole excitement with the Ettins getting iced and all that. I feel like we're a more entertaining match to watch than a bunch of dudes dogpiling one critter at a time.
Yeah, more than likely. All right. Any movement or anything?
Yeah, since I flubbed that dramatically, as I'm doing my little strut with my bow in the air, talking about how, look at that, I don't even have to hit them, we're so good. I go 5, 10, 15, and hide behind that pillar.
Okay.
But don't make it look like I'm hiding, I'm gonna lean casually.
Sounds good.
So it seems like I'm not scared, but it's totally to cover me from that end.
Okay, Han Polo.
All right, that brings us to Ettin 1,
Yeah.
which, frustrated with the ballista, it kind of tosses that to the side, pulls out a battle axe and a morning star, and comes charging.
2d6,
Okay.
baby.
Well, they come slightly better equipped than your standard Ettins.
4 slashing damage for moving, and remember, he's 10 short of full movement.
Yep.
Awesome.
All
A little
right.
bit quicker than I anticipated, but that's okay.
It's free damage I'm basically doing before he gets into a fight.
So he runs up to there, seems to hold action for the moment. Ettin 2. Yep, just in range.
Whoa. I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him. Okay.
Kibble looking for a way out.
Yep, very much so. All right, hit on the battle axe. Miss on the morning star, and you see the two kind of fighting like, and the other one.
And because it's true Draho fashion, I don't realize where he is because I was too busy hamming it up about how casually I'm leaning against the wall. So
that
Oh, yeah.
that battle
No
axe just kind of
fucking
comes out of the middle of nowhere and hits the side of your shoulder armor. Dents in just slightly, but
yeah.
a minor impact.
Yeah. And of course that rolls me out of the way before the mace hits me.
Yep.
Which of course, hopefully it looked like I dodged.
Okay. Top of the
can you
round,
make
Nivara.
All right. We'll go ahead and hop out around the pillar here and fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts at Ettin 2.
2? Okay.
That's just how I meant it going down.
Yep, that's a hit.
And number 2.
Mm-hmm. Also a hit. It is not looking happy. So you managed to whip those bolts basically into the same slot that you had put that large ice lance, just kind of opening that wound slightly wider and wider with each like necrotic or force blast that's hitting it.
Just picturing the gun range where you're just making the hole bigger.
Yep.
All right, and then we'll just dance right back to where I was.
Okay. That'll bring us to Kibble, who will drop his bow, sneak on in next to that Ettin.
No, Kibble, have you learned nothing?
He's a rogue. He's doing what Kibbles do.
That's right.
Kibbles shoot. Oh well, he does have.
He just critical.
He has advantage.
How about you quit telling my boy how to fight? He knows what he's doing.
Second one not a critical, but both hit. So we have
Sneak attack on each one.
which did not roll the second one, so we'll just go ahead and add an additional die there. And Kibble comes in from behind and just guts into that Ettin.
Yeah!
And then the Ettin slowly goes backwards, and you see Kibble's eyes just go wide as the Ettin falls back onto him.
Oh, yeah, from below!
He crawls his way out. He's like, and then
I'm gonna
ducks
say
back
to him
around that corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to him after he does that, ham it up for the crowd. Use your performance skills from Bard School.
he looks over at Draho and then kind of looks out to that invisible barrier where the crowd is, and it's like, yeah!
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild. The cheers you can just hear going all over the place.
Any kobold just took out an Ettin. That is worth braiding.
And Kibble gets a trophy.
All right, that brings us to Frostgar.
Frostgar.
I'm gonna use two, my last two sorcery points to quicken my spell to a bonus action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna Scorching Ray token one.
The Hill Giant or the Ettin?
That
Okay.
I've got this.
Yeah, we'll let you soften it up and we'll come in for the kill.
That'll hit.
all right. Who does 2d6 fire damage?
Very nice. So an additional 10.
And because that was a bonus action, I will now use another action to cast a regular spell.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yep.
And I'll ice knife it. Hopefully.
Take that.
Or not.
So your ray goes streaking into it, hits it in one of the faces. It's just like, "Argh." And then the other face is sitting there laughing at the first one, and as it's turned, it turns back and just right behind it.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay. That'll bring us to the Hill Giant.
Hello.
There we go. So, great clubs. Swing and a hit.
It's not that great.
Swing and a hit.
It's an okay club.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take
Above
this
average,
off of
I
you
guess.
so that it doesn't actually do that. So 23 on the first, plus 18.
So halved and halved.
So we'll call that a total of 20 since the combined would be 41.
Okay.
We'll take away your 10 and add 10, so 18. And then we'll bring back to Arc. Basically what it does is it swings that club in once and then swings it in from the other side, just kind of a back and forth at you. Knocks you back and forth just a little bit, but doesn't really make you secede ground.
It wouldn't. So, as I'm going for my first swing, focus on the Ettin. I've got this one. This is first. Reckless attack. Ooh. That's a 13.
You are right next to it, so it doesn't have a cover bonus. That hits.
Oh, hey, yay for it. Really hard to... Okay, so 2d6 and d4. Okay, that's 16 magical bludgeoning damage.
16.
And I'm just going to move a little bit closer.
Okay. So you bring that in, it slides into its side, creates a nice gash, just a laceration across effectively the ribs.
And if I could, like to try to intimidate.
Go for it.
I am not intimidating this. It's not happening.
You might be. What's your roll?
Yes,
I'm gonna guess 9.
Admire your confidence. 6.
Admire your confidence. He got a 6 as well. Stalemate.
So
Very,
we're just
very close.
sort of,
Yep, just back and forth.
This is why I'm calling dibs. This is a grudge match now.
I got a feeling this is how all very low intelligence peasants act.
All right.
Yeah,
That'll bring us to Draho.
It's stopping rocks from being thrown at you. So
Okay, because Draho is officially given up on trying to be the best at this since his aim is off today. Got to step over here. I'm going to. How tall is this pillar?
Goes all the way up to the ceiling, so 120 feet roughly.
I was going to climb on top of it and put on a show. That changes. So,
Go out in the middle of the lake and taunt the Ettin.
hate that you just thought what I thought.
I don't think it could fit on the bridge.
So that's 25 there. And then I am going to pop off 2 sharpshooters at it, since I can't do anything else.
And you're going after the Ettin?
After the end.
Okay.
Roll both hits at once. And did they roll off the screen?
Okay.
Yep, they sure did.
How does it keep doing that?
You gotta roll it in.
Woo!
Well, one's a crit.
One's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Ooh. Now here's the thing. How much is he's wounded? I think I'm a burst shot that. Use up my second arcane shot and just frickin' wreck him on that 20.
Okay.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah, it is. Crits are
So
wonderful.
I'll never hit another 20. This whole
Definitely
time.
make it look on purpose.
The goal is to be a showman right now.
The greatest showman.
No. Just a moderate. Just a moderate one.
We're not Hugh Jackman. We don't have that kind of budget.
Yeah, we're
Give it
like
time.
Tom Cruise.
It's almost like the studio only had enough money
exactly.
for 2 anything.
Okay, so it hits him. I do 2d8 plus 3. So that's 6, 7, 8. So that's 9 regular, and then I do 4d6 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice! 16 force damage.
Nice.
Oh, wait! I sharpshootered that, so add another 10 regular. I forgot, I only did it with a plus 2.
Okay.
So that's 16 regular and 16 force. And anything within 10 feet of him gets boomed too, but that's not necessary right now.
Okay.
So how
So
exploded
that
is he?
that shot fires into him, hits into the chest, and just blows out basically an entire chunk out of the torso area. The Ettin head on that side goes limp, and the other one's like,
Oh, I realized I rolled 2 hits. I only had 1 attack. That
Well, luckily,
the
first
first
one
one
was
was
a
the
crit.
crit.
first one was the crit. Yes, I just realized I was thinking in my mind of rolling with advantage, and I don't know why.
Oh, no worries.
Because
Any
you're
other movement or bonus action?
Well, I did that. Well, I just frickin' killed half of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, bonus action, be cocky. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna win the crowd over so that we're more popular than the other guys.
All right.
Let's
Roll that
That's my-
performance check. Let's see how enthused the crowd is.
You better be freaking impressed with me. I just freaking bazookaed that thing with an arrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to
all pictures of
flipped
him
my bow in the air several times, and while pointing to the crowd sort of around me like, yeah, all you, yeah, I'm gonna catch it without looking
All right.
above my head.
Let's do an acrobatics check then instead.
Oh, thank you.
As much
Thank
as
you.
this would be hilarious.
I really wanted to watch his bow end up in the water.
Right.
It will if this +5 doesn't back me up. Come on,
You
baby.
can dive into the water for a more dramatic finish.
Can I have advantage since I did a big critical hit?
Absolutely.
Yes!
Any of us has used our inspiration yet either.
That is
I
true.
didn't know we had inspiration.
Yep. And it
Wow.
refills at the start of every game.
Well, let's do this. See what happens. Oh yeah,
Nicely
16
done.
plus,
So-
yeah.
That arrow goes in, chunks that out, and you just hear the crowd just go wild.
Woo, yeah, woo!
I managed to catch the bow, which I wasn't expecting to happen. Because the whole point was throw it up high and then point and look all cocky and then catch it above my head without looking. And I apparently did it.
Yep, you sure did.
The crowd that those were warning shots earlier makes this even better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're really selling it now.
All right.
Mhm.
That's going to bring us to the Ettins' turn. It taking damage from you. Let's first off see whether or not it decides that that is not cool.
It pulls out a keg of healing.
It definitely decides that that was not cool. Turns and kind of stumbles backwards into the acid pit.
It takes 2d6 from moving
Yep, it sure does. Go ahead
and
and make that.
assumably acid damage.
That's right.
It would rather go swimming in acid than try to fight it.
So
Dude,
that's 5 slashing.
All right. So it turns and you can see those vines constrict and it steps into the acid and starts kind of dissolving at the feet. And it turns back around slightly and its eyes go kind of wide and roll back into its head. And then it falls into the vat of acid.
Beautiful.
Oh, I was gonna throw another giant ice lance.
This makes my bragging look even better. Because I not only cracked and did the cool flip thing with my bow, but it then fell backward into the acid. As if some sort of delayed attack, like I hit it and it took a few seconds for it to realize it was dead.
oh, that was beautiful, man.
Alright.
That brings us to Navarro.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and step up here, and we're gonna invoke Levistus again and chuck an ice lance at this guy.
Okay.
Damn.
25 will hit.
Nice.
18 more points of damage. So all you can really see is kind of the upper third of the hill giant's body, and you just hit it square in the chest. Impacts, bruises, and just kind of tears back, but has that ice cold look at it. Let's see whether or not that stun happens.
Oh, please do.
Rolled a 16.
That's yeah,
So
that's better.
it shakes its head back and forth, looks at you, growls, and then looks back at Ark and kind of back and forth between the two of you. Any other bonus or movement?
I got another 5 feet of movement, so I'm just gonna step back.
Okay. That'll bring us to Kibble. He will...
He does have advantage.
Yep. If I can grab his icon instead of the map. There we go. 5, 2. Goes for a double dash after picking up his bow. Will then fire on the hill giant. 14 will hit.
That was with advantage?
Yep, damage. Good plan. 16, so still hit. Doo-doo-doo. And we have that and the sneak attack. Chunks into the giant minorly. Hits him in the shoulder and kind of stumbles back just slightly. Seeing that he's getting surrounded, he's kind of getting this manic yet frantic look on his face.
Good.
Froscar.
All right, let's chuck another ice knife.
I was going to say, you realize this, the situation's tactically turning against him. How's he looking physically?
Physically, not great. I'd say on a roughly 105 point scale that he's looking at about a 70.
That's a weird way to do math.
Isn't it?
Well, when it's base 15, no.
I go, you got this, Ark. You don't need me.
So, what spell did you fire off?
Ice knife.
All right. It goes flying past him as he's kind of frantically moving around.
Like, oh, I know, because he's the main target. I was going to say, I think it still hits everyone around it, even if you miss.
On a scale of 1 to 105, what was the number?
70?
The only way I can finish him off on my turn is to crit.
I should point out 70 missing.
Yeah, like I said.
Okay. It's always a possibility.
I mean, it's possible.
35? You can make it happen. Let's see. You could also just get hurt.
All right. Swings in with a wide overhand, which misses, and then kind of retorts back with a kind of backhanded hit.
Let him try.
13, which we'll
6.
call that 6. So you will get 7 back from that. Need to adjust that. 7 is 25. All right. Realizing that it's not hitting you very well, it takes several steps back. Go ahead and take an attack, Vop.
I did recklessly attack on my last turn.
That carries through.
Okay, that's 17 to hit,
That will hit.
and I'm still big. 12 damage.
Full damage? Alrighty. Okay. And that brings us to your turn. And it's backing up and sees as you're moving forward towards it. And its eyes are just kind of getting bigger and bigger.
Seeing as he's backing up, and to add a bit of flair to this, I am going to actually, as I run, do like a small jump.
Okay.
Let's bring it down on him.
All right.
Oh, man, you should tackle him into the wall and do like a big old giant smashing each other into the wall cage match. Now is the time to grapple a giant and be a champion.
If you want to flavor do that, I'll give you your maul damage on it.
Suplex him.
Yes.
So I did not crit, but I did hit.
Okay.
Hit him with the steel chair.
Yeah, hit him with the steel chair.
Some of you may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Come on, frickin' spear him.
It's not gonna kill him. Not gonna kill him.
I don't care, spear him. Make it dramatic.
I went to club this guy down the skull when he's probably a full 5 feet taller than me.
That's for weak sauce. You gotta get in there and you gotta pin him against the wall. You gotta bludgeon on him. You gotta make this a frickin' street fight with fists. You gotta mess that giant up by hand.
One attack, sir.
Yeah.
How much do
He
you
said
do?
he'd give you maul damage on it.
That's 11 damage.
Okay.
So not quite to finish him off.
Do you want it to be flavorful, where you use the maul in a way that you're kind of grabbing and hitting his face into the wall with it?
Come on, be dramatic. We're trying to
you know
show.
what? I'll kill with the overhead, but as I come down, make it a fake and actually swipe him into the wall he's been using as cover.
All right. So
Yes.
you make that connection hit, smacks him straight in the head. His head rebounds off the wall, and he looks shaken.
But not stirred.
True.
Yes.
Oh god, it's Ark out of nowhere with the steel chair.
Oh, what was the damage
He's
on that
broken in half.
again? Ark,
It
what
was
was the
11
damage?
damage.
11? Okay.
Right?
Okay, that brings us to Draho.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a 6-foot wall. I see his head bounce off that wall
You do.
after the mace hits it.
Yep, he bounces, but he stands back up, stunned, and is just kind of listless there.
All right, well, assuming that, the team's got this, and I'm trying to win the crowd over so that we get better odds.
Start the chanting.
Yeah, actually, I was just going to use prestidigitation to make the sensory effect on the arrowhead that it sparkles really dramatically, and I'm going to shoot it right up into the air since I can't attack since it's an action. Shoot it up into the air over his head purposely, and start a chant of arc, 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 and sort of draw everyone's attention. It's all showmanship at this point.
You guys want to let me have this one?
Yeah.
I mean, if you start getting messed up, we'll jump in, but I feel like at this point, we've got it under control.
I'm good to go a few more rounds with this guy, but it's not going to take that.
That's what I'm figuring. I can see which way this battle's going, so I'm trying to get as much crowd into us. So what do I need to do to make that happen? Performance?
Yeah, let's go with performance again.
Okay.
Which
And if I fail this, I'm using my lucky coin. So, lucky coin it is. Performance. Do it again.
Much
Thank
better.
you. 16.
The crowd sees Ark just slam it into the wall, and you fire off and are starting that chant of Ark, Ark, Ark. And
a sparkly arrow is pretty
in
epic
there with
looking.
you, and you can hear them stamping in the stands as they're doing it. So it's just this loud thump followed by Ark, Ark, Ark.
Yes.
That'll bring us back to Nivara.
Yes.
Alright, well, since we're gonna let Ark finish this off, I will... I guess I will use Minor Illusion to join in on the chanting for Ark.
Okay. The crowd crescendos even higher with Ark, Ark, Ark.
Yes! This is what I'm talking about.
At that point, Kibble puts his bow away. What was the instrument that you wanted for?
He knows how to play the harp.
That's
the
right.
court harp specifically because, it's very fancy. But yes, he's a harpist.
So he pulls a harp out of his backpack and starts going along with that and just kind of strumming the tune.
And hopefully doing a tiny little jig.
Yep. Froscar.
I'm just gonna sit back and relax on this one.
Okay.
You're not
Right.
going to feed the crowds?
Brings us back to the hill giant. He shakes his head a little bit, looks down at you, and is going to make 2 last attacks, just trying to get away.
I'm actually just going to kind of do this.
Well, that seemed to work on the first one, but he kind of moves you back just a little bit, and the backhand is a little too quick, misses you on the second. Let's make sure that we take that off this time. Total of 18, so 9 more points. Does that drop you? I think it does.
Okay, I'm pretty bloodied, but I'm just going to hold my maul up to the crowd, line it up with the giant's head, and just...
Okay.
You're going all for nothing here.
21 to hit.
That will hit.
Damn near max damage, too. 20.
Very nice. So with that, you smack into the giant's head and it kind of cracks and blood starts running down the face. It looks down at you, kind of concerned, unsure why this is happening. Drops to a single knee and then falls sideways.
Actually, as it drops to the one knee, I just want to take the edge of my maul, like this, and just nudge it.
All right. You push it, it falls backwards. The crowd just goes nuts.
Yes.
Well, That's my turn.
Okay.
You know, I'm impressed for a team that's made up of like one melee guy and everyone else is ranged to some capacity that we do so well in these fights.
I made the simple, I'm going to rush up and hit it, I don't do anything else guy.
Well, it's just because you're a barbarian, so you've got all that extra hit point and damage reduction, so it's perfect that you can just stand there and take the hits while we pick off everything else.
That is the point.
It's just a brilliant strategy. We have the one melee guy is perfect for doing what we need and keeping him off of us.
Right.
We accidentally built a solid party without trying.
Okay.
I will say this too. I was sorely tempted to just Looney Tunes rush through that wall.
You should have gotten way more dramatic. I would have made the end of that fight just a straight up boxing match like Rocky. Which one was the one where he fought Draho and they just exchanged punches the whole time? 4, thank you. Yeah, just like Rocky 4.
Just break my way through it.
Oh, it's so good.
Rocky.
So you guys leave the field. As you get through the southern door, Eleanor comes up. Very well done, gentlemen. Here are your winnings. And he hands you a fairly hefty pouch.
He better.
That particular pouch contains 60 copper, 35 silver, 250 gold, and 15 electrum. And then
Nice.
By the way, I'm taking Little Giant's ears.
Okay. On your winnings, that's going to give Ark an extra 10, Draho an extra 10, Froscar an extra 100, and Nigara an extra 50.
Nice.
We just improved the odds on us, by the way.
Yeah. Well, next fight, now that I'm more confident in us, next fight, I'm dropping all of my platinum on us.
Good win.
I'm just hoping we don't. I mean, honestly, if Draho drops all of his platinum on us winning that and we lose, he's dying in the ring.
Now that the adrenaline's out of my system, ow, worth it.
Yeah, once we're no longer being seen by people, I'm definitely going to complain about that owie on my arm.
So Kibble will walk up and give each one of you a cure wounds. For Draho, max 10.
This is what Kibble...
For Ark,
That's what
sadly
Kibble's
only
here
a
for.
4. Okay.
That's fine.
Eleanor's like, you did well in that fight, but they will continue to get harder. It would not surprise me if you have greater giants or even larger dragons in the next bout.
Bring it on. You saw that crowd. We can't lose with their support.
Indeed.
You gotta say, even though we didn't see it, we definitely were more interesting than the milk-fed babies.
They should be coming up for theirs here in the next couple days. That should get interesting.
Yes, indeed.
First round's on me tonight. Dinner definitely on me.
Don't worry, I think I got us covered though with all our winnings I got today.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to head back to the tavern then?
Yeah, I think we've earned a celebratory drink.
Yeah.
All right. Heading back to the Sword Tables Lounge. There, as normal, you see Eno sitting at his normal table, and Titus behind the bar.
Say the last bit again?
You have Eno sitting at his normal table, the bar owner, and Titus behind the bar.
Right. So this is the bar we all first met in?
Yep, the same bar and inn that you guys have been staying at.
This is basically our home base.
Correct.
Who was the guy that was going to offer us another job?
That was Eleanor, your ring sponsor.
Yeah, but he'll probably bring it to us after we've had some time to relax.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has to clear up his winnings from the fight.
Extensive as they are.
Yeah, so I think Draho, because he is riding on the high of having been such a great showman, and he's actually starting to get into the mentality of being an entertainment gladiator, I'm going to go buy the fanciest bottle of wine they have for the whole table.
Okay. So they bring you out Keystone Ice wine. Basically, they are. It comes in this like small fluted wine bottle, thinner than your normal. It, as you would know, is a form of elven wine. Tastes of cherries, of apple cider, with hints of like hickory on the back end.
Yes. I assume this is a good brand. I'm just assuming, being a noble, I can recognize quality wines.
Oh, absolutely. This is one of the finer elven wines.
Excellent. Then I'm going to bring it to the table, give a short, and actually I'll roll history to give a short and very boring, but I'm going to try and seem like I'm entertaining, history of how this wine came to be several 100,000 years ago.
Okay.
And its history up until now, before I serve it. Because...
Ark, out of respect for that boss fucking move you pulled, is going to look super interested the whole time.
That is a 14 to know the history of this wine.
Not bad.
In its entirety.
So you would know that it originated in Mithranor, due to the kind of fields of both apples and cherries that they happen to grow there.
Which I brag about consistently before I continue onward.
In fact, it was one of the premier wines prior to the fall, but since you left before that, you don't know that there has been a fall.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the premier wines.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea that this has just become a super rare bottle that I'm about to waste on peasants. So yes, after the long, extensive, probably 20-minute long dialogue, monologue about wine, in this particular wine, I'm going to pour everyone a glass, hold it up, do the usual check it, sniff it, sip it, and probably be mortified as everyone just drinks it.
As you drink, Titus does kind of pop over your shoulder. And if you need any more of that, you just go ahead and let me know. I've got 5 more bottles, but that's the last of it.
How much was out of character, how much would the wine be so I can know whether I should just tell him to give me the bottles?
Let's go with 25 gold a bottle.
So, yeah. I'll get them when I need them.
Okay.
Good save. Good save.
I'll just hand him the 25 gold for this one, and I'll say, put the others on reserve. I'll be using them throughout the time. I just don't want to waste them all in one go.
Righto, can do.
I'm going to put, because this is what I won on my bet, I'm going to put 10 gold up on the bar. Anything they want to eat, just keep bringing it.
Will do, sir. Will do. We have a fine selection of soups, stews, and grilled meats.
Grilled meats.
All right, I'll start bringing them out.
And at some point during the meal, after the toast and all, and they start bringing the food out, I'm going to go out to the wagon and wake up my pseudo dragon and bring it into the tavern to eat meat and have fun.
Okay.
Because I've been leaving it alone as it's got its own little place now.
You get the kind of picture in your head that he wants you to carry the whole box in.
Okay, so I'm about to lug a very ornate box into the restaurant from our wagon. The new box that you guys don't know about.
The fancy bomb?
Mm-hmm.
It's made of fancy dark black wood with really bright brass trim and just very ostentatious looking. A lot of symbols on it, images in words in Draconic. Does anyone here speak Draconic?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what the thing says in Draconic... Oh, God, I can't believe this.
It's your own fault.
Fucking pseudo-dragons. In Draconic, it says Rockin' Arkin, which translates from draconic. I can't believe I gotta say this. It translates to fluffles, snuggles, snuggle bottoms. So the box says fluffles, snuggles, bottoms in draconic.
What a wonderful name you got on
With
that.
my insignia below it and a little dragon insignia above.
So that's an interesting name on the box there, Draho.
Yes, it means it's draconic for fierce dragon of the northern winds. I will roll a deception because I definitely am humiliated by this.
Inciting on the. Oh. You can tell me, Draho.
Woo! I deceived somebody, hopefully.
I got a 16.
Oh, so even the people that don't speak draconic don't fall for it. Great.
It's more like I can tell by your tone if you're lying.
I'm just gonna say,
I don't.
right.
Now you sound like my wife.
No, I don't see anything now. I just kind of.
Yeah, when I say it, I do look down kind of ashamedly because I know at least one person speaks draconic here.
The thing is, I don't.
And
it says,
as you're kind of looking
Sorry.
down ashamedly, you hear grumbling coming from inside the box.
I'm gonna set the box down on the table. Well, on the table, and open it up, and just say, Rokan, we have some meat coming out and a little bit of wine here. If you're interested, we'd like you to join our festivities and celebrate with us. We won our battle in the arena.
You see this very blue now pseudo dragon reach
My
up,
shade of blue.
grab the box and shut it, and Draho, in the back of your mind, you hear liar.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to own up to this. God, this dragon don't let me have any fun. So I'm going to say, all right, I gotta come clean, guys. His name is Fluffles Snugglebottom in Draconic.
And as you say that, Titus comes out with the tray filled with lamb meat, and you hear just this very slight snicker from him as he sets it down. The box pops back open just a little bit. A hand comes out, or a claw, I should say, very blue claw, comes out, grabs a kind of ham shank, pulls it in, shuts the box.
What a wonderful name.
That's a
Did you come
fearsome
up with
beast
it?
you have there, Draho.
You all hear some purring from inside now.
Yep. This pseudo dragon is gonna be one of the most fierce warriors in the kingdom one day.
One day, for sure.
Sucks that this guy likes honesty and Draho's trying to bond with him.
Terrible matchup.
It really is.
I would say before we sat down for dinner, I would have, as long as Draho wasn't getting orders, asked Kibble if he could do mending on my clothes.
Sure.
Yeah, he ain't working for me right now. We're celebrating. He's part of the team. Right now, he's working for himself.
Also, as he once he finishes up, I'll be like, "Hey, nice job on the end."
And you see his four-fingered paw. Pop.
And just to kind of like humor him, I'm gonna go, "Ow."
Sorry. I did not think I'm that strong.
I mean, to be fair, I have healed them.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you took down an Ettin. You're plenty strong.
And he starts to pull out a medicine kit, and he's literally running around your chair, wrapping you.
Is he double dashing?
Yep.
Who's he wrapping up?
Well, technically triple dashing, because action, bonus action, movement.
I was messed up. I would messed up.
Yep, like
Really
2 or
still have
3 hit
boxes.
points left.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, 4 hit
I
by the
almost
take
was that.
out, but at this point it's like, I need to try to take him out.
We had faith in you.
Honestly, if you were still standing in the next round, I would have had Kibble use a cure on you and tried to hope you took it out in the final fight.
Hey, I would have totally welcomed healing, but I just wanted to get the final hit in.
I just wanted you to go toe-to-toe with it
Me
with
too.
basically no help so that it looks more epic in the final confrontation.
That was kind of what I was going for too. It's just that because I was going reckless, he could do more damage to me in a round than I could do to him. So
It all worked out. Barbarian, and the rest of us used sensible tactics.
it's okay. It's a good team effort, especially you hitting with the entangling shot, like right up.
I love dumb enemies that just keep walking.
Yeah. Also, let's agree. Next time, definitely claim the ballista as soon as possible.
I don't know. It was only one shot. I feel like it would have been a waste to even bother with. We would have just missed with it and looked like idiots. Yeah,
It does do siege damage.
yeah, but I still feel like we'd have missed with it
Oh,
and just looked like
okay.
idiots.
So here's a fun thing too. If we have people hiding behind a barricade and they're not using the ballista, let's use that to make an entrance. Like, to physically make an entrance.
Yeah, fair enough.
You hear some kind of snickering coming over from Eno's direction. And he waves Titus over, pulls out a small box, hands it to Titus, and points over at you guys. Titus comes over. Mr. Eno says that he'd like you to have this. Heard about your fight. And sets it down in front of you.
I will open the box gently and turn it so that everyone can see.
It's filled with 5 small smoking pipes and cherry-flavored tobacco.
Oh, excellent. Well,
And Eno's like,
everyone-
"Yeah, Sonny, that should go well with your wine there."
yes, very good. Thank you.
Of course. You keep it up in that stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just out of
Rigmarole.
curiosity. I'm
Just-
gonna take the pipe, walk over to him, and sort of ask for a light, and real quietly say, "How much have you made off us?"
You see him just kind of snap his fingers and your pipe lights.
You can do that too.
Quite
I
a bit.
could, but I wanted to get close enough to ask him because I'm curious if he's been betting on us.
Oh, quite a bit.
Good choice.
Excellent. Hopefully we keep the money rolling in for you and you show us a little bit of discount going forward, huh?
Oh, that's a possibility. Hey, you do seem to be the only active adventuring group in town at the moment.
The only one that's coming back alive, at least.
Oh, literally the only one. Haven't
Oh.
had many adventures here in the city of adventurers since everybody retired.
Oh, really? Why is that, by curiosity?
Oh, about 30 years back, everything just seemed to quiet down. Not a whole lot going on. And kids these days, even the ones that go up to Ravens Crest Academy, you don't have no interest in it.
So what you're saying is, as I take a few puffs on my pipe, we have a lot of leeway to demand better pay for our work.
Oh, you do. One might even think that you have a monopoly going on.
I want to take a few more puffs, pat him on the back, and say, "You're a good man. We hope to bring you a lot of business
I
going
hope
forward."
you
Little
do
double
too.
wink.
Well,
And then I'm going to walk back to the party and inform them, guys, I just found out something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only adventuring team in the city at this present moment and have not had one here for a couple years.
So,
Hmm.
Well, that's
Nivara,
not
Ark, and
odd.
Frostgar, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I am too busy laughing at Kibble spinning around.
Let's see. How do I roll from in here?
Go into the skills section and then just double click the little die next to perception.
Oh, you can just double click it? I've been dragging it over and throwing it on the screen.
Yep.
More
That's why
immersive
they
that
keep.
way.
That's why they keep bouncing off there.
Yep. Okay. So, Froscar and Nivara, as Draho is walking away, you overhear, Eno, and he just does this quick as Draho's turning. So why are you? Oh, I guess you don't want to talk no more.
I will go over and sit down next to Eno.
Oh well, hello, young
I didn't
lady.
mean to snub the guy. Oh, now I feel bad.
So you were just saying to my noble friend over there?
It seemed like he
Friend's a
was
strong word.
done with the conversation. Nobles being nobles, that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, he's something, isn't he?
Oh, quite something.
When you accidentally roleplay your character, very accurate.
Right.
So, what brings y'all to town?
Well, we all have kind of our own thing. I'm trying to get my soul back.
Oh, well, that's interesting. One doesn't generally just lose his soul. How'd that happen?
Bad deals on my father's end, and then I made another deal to get it to undo that deal. And long story short, 3 devils now have a claim on my soul.
Oh my, that is never fun. Had one of your kind in my party back in the day, and we had to go through an awful lot just to get our soul back. You planned out how you're going to deal with that?
No, that's actually why I came to Ravens Bluff. I'm trying to research how one would do that.
Oh, well, there's only a couple ways. Do something that they really want you to, kill them, or complete the contract and give them your soul. It's generally the least optional.
How did your party member do it?
Well, we ended up going on a quest where basically the devil wanted someone else killed, and that was good enough for it. And oftentimes they're willing to take much smaller options than souls because they work in, shall we say, a much more finite time frame and tend to forget about things beyond that.
Do you happen to know who it was? Which devil?
Oh my, I want to say Dis, that lord of the city. Third plane? Third level? It's been a long time.
Happen to know anything about Levistus?
Ooh, that one's a mighty mean one. You don't generally see him out much, though, being stuck in that mountain of ice.
Really, mountain of ice.
Yeah, he done pissed off the big guy, the Amadeus, whatever.
Smith?
Yep, yeah, that one. And tried to overthrow him and got imprisoned in literally a glacier.
Yeah, he wants out.
Well, that's not surprising. He's been there since well before any of us was born.
He says he can get my soul back if I get him out.
That's probably true. I know that he's got hordes of his little followers just kind of digging and firing through that ice, but it comes back quicker and quicker, and they just can't do it.
Do you have any advice on how I'd go about it?
Well, you'd need some pretty powerful magics, like god-level magics, to make that happen. Something that can either teleport him out of there, or actively burn through the ice enough to not allow it to come back. Because that's an imprisonment by that Amadeus. And so he really wants to keep him there. This is really odd, since he gave him back the plane as his personal domain, even after giving the plane away to someone else.
This guy knows a lot about devils for a bartender former adventurer.
Yeah.
That is
How
true.
exactly do you know so much about devils,
Well,
Edith?
I'm pretty old. I used to do a lot of adventuring, and we went to many, many planes. Unfortunately, we had to trek our way through 9 levels of hell. Not pleasant. I don't suggest it. Thankfully, yours is only 5 or 6 down, and that's bad enough as is.
Only 5 or 6.
So about that god tier magic.
Yeah. What about it?
Where would one get some of said magic?
Well, generally, you're going to have to go to a plane that a god actually resides on. These days, they don't really come to Toril much. Sometimes you see an avatar of them once in a while, but there seems to be some sort of planar gate stopping them from doing that. It's like the good Lord Ao just does not want them coming down messing with us mortals no more. Which is good, because considering the sundering and the spell plague and the wild magic and shit blowing up here and there, it's better for them not to be on our plane.
Do you know of any of these waygates or whatever you called them? Is there any near here?
Not particularly. I mean, there is an old mountain stronghold that might have that, but I wouldn't likely send you there. Not yet. You're far too young to be handling that sort of thing. You got time.
Well, thank you. You've been very helpful.
Oh yeah, and any questions, you just come on and see old Eno.
So, I assume after that conversation, I get back to the table to give them my info.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guys, we are the only adventuring team in town, and there hasn't been an adventuring team in a couple years. I think we can start arguing our pay a little better. I feel like there's a reason everybody was in that last contract where we got screwed over by the necromancer on pay, they were so insistent on making sure we got fairly paid. I think if we walked away because we were dissatisfied, there'd be a lot of trouble around here.
I thought he was just crazy.
No, I think we should start asking for a little more on our contracts from now on.
I think someone besides you should ask for a little more on our contracts.
Out of character, I think someone should ask on my behalf for more on our contracts, or I will end up with us owing them money after every job. You know it's true.
I mean, I'm not against this idea. It's just a matter of the right one of us doing it.
We could go talk to Lord Alinor.
Yeah.
He said he had a job.
I think we should enjoy ourselves and feast and relax, man. We can worry about our job tomorrow morning.
Place.
You cut out there, Ark. Say that again.
I said I kind of need my ribs to go back into place.
And at this point, Kibble's grabbing onto the end of it and like pulling. He or she puts a foot up on you, and he's like,
I'm just imagining like Kibble being like halfway up my back and actually like hanging off from the leverage.
Yep.
Kibble.
And thus the corset was created.
No, that's a later game. I've already got that planned.
I think that's good, Kibble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
what
he tucks it
time
in
is?
and ties it off.
What time is it about, anyways? Because I know we did our morning doing all that stuff. Then we had our fight. Then we came to celebrate.
Yeah. So at this point, this would be like an afternoon dinner, kind of a dinner.
Oh, we're day drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We're at the Blue Plate special.
Oh, we're day drinking and eating. Yeah, we've still got time in the day, so I think we should talk to Alinor tomorrow, and we should take the rest of the day off and just relax and find something to do to entertain ourselves. Because he might need something done right away. If he does, he'll find us. If not, I think we should approach it with fresh eyes in the morning.
Yeah. What else is there around here? I haven't seen much except for shopping and kicking ass, so, like...
I mean, you can go kick shoppers' asses. Assumably.
Only if I'm being paid to do that.
I just think we should, take the day off, do some fun stuff. I'm going to grab an extra plate of meat, head out to the wagon with my box here, with my fearsome pseudo-dragon, and, Kibble, you're welcome to come along, or you can go do your own thing. You're off for the rest of the day, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever you want to go do, have at it.
And you see him kind of slink towards the door.
Yeah.
Oh, shenanigans are afoot.
I don't care. All I say as he leaves the door is, don't do anything illegal.
I never do. Mostly.
Good kobold.
Yeah, but is he going by city law or kobold law?
He's been...
We're just gonna wake up with like a bunch of stuff in our rooms inexplicably.
In fairness, I did send him to this town's bardic college, and he has at least become familiar enough with the laws of the city to know what he shouldn't be able to do. Like, I put him through a crash course in how to get along in the city.
I mean, it's only illegal if he gets caught, right?
Yep.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, that's unsaid. I can't say that as he's walking out. I have to be encouraging him not to do illegal stuff.
I did put quite a lot of money down for food, so I'm just kind of chill out here and keep eating.
Yeah, I take a big plate of meat and some bread and the rest of the wine bottle after everyone's had a couple glasses out to the wagon, and I'm going to spend the rest of the day just bonding with my little lizard, with my little dragon buddy.
Okay.
Well, Navarre's not much for partying, so if we're all kind of dispersing, she's going to go to the library and start looking into these planar gates.
Okay.
And like, okay, if everyone's kind of breaking up, I'll be like, look, keep the gold, and we'll just... That's prepaid for later, I guess.
All right.
I mean, they know we're coming. They know we're coming back.
We'll
for
just
dinner.
consider it an open tab.
All right.
There you go.
I
was actually going to ask. We should just open a tab with this guy, and at the end of the campaign, see how much we owe him.
I mean, we make enough that we're definitely going to be able to afford to eat. So, actually, you know what? Now you said originally there were 10 teams, and then it got broken down to 5 after the first 10 day.
Yep.
So it's likely this is probably going to go on for maybe 1-2 more cycle stops.
Good possibility.
I'm going to actually go up to the barkeep. Say, how often do you get wild boar?
Wild boar? Not super often, but I can put in an order to Moss Bridges.
Yeah, we're probably only going to have to do this maybe 1 or 2 more times. But win or lose, I'm proud of my team. I'd like to treat them to just a full smoked boar. Just kind of a bit of a celebratory dinner.
Oh, sure. Do you want that standard grilled, or would you like that underground pit?
Ooh.
Go for the pit, luau, baby.
Underground pit.
All right, can do. I'll get Sherry and myself out that up nice.
Sure. Just tell me how much, I'll take care of it.
Oh, sure. Not a problem. I'll let you know as soon as I get in contact with Moss Bridges.
Okay. And make sure there's other stuff going with that. You know, potatoes, good bread.
Sure. Do you want some of that weird gray stuff?
Gravy?
No, not gravy, son. It's a cold dish out from like Karatur, poi.
What? Sure. Not.
All right. Can do.
And let's see what else can we get there. Some fruit.
Fruit, definitely. We can do that.
Like,
if you care about Draho at all, you definitely want to add 1 or 2 of those bottles of wine and another pipe.
And I'll put a down payment on one of those wines.
All right.
So just give me the bill, and I'll pay, and you can get to that.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Appreciate that.
All right. Anything else you need for today?
Be a surprise.
Sorry, what's
have
that?
dinner ready.
No, good.
Meantime, keep that meat coming.
Can do. Can do.
Also, some like potatoes and like I don't know, like he comes from a very simple place.
I'm just laughing at the idea we get the whole evening off, and your plan is like, I think I'm gonna eat,
Hey.
and then around dinner time, I think I'll eat. Like
Also,
you're eating up until we eat.
I'm a big boy. I need some food. Also, is there any place around here where I can hear like music?
Music? Yeah, the local playhouse.
Where?
Local playhouse.
Oh, okay. How would I get there?
Well, it's northern, just about 6 blocks, block to the east.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now he's not gonna. After he eats and decides he wants to go there, he's gonna put on the good clothes, the fancy clothes, and do his best to cover up the bandages.
Yeah, you're able to do that for the most part. A little bit kind of peeks out of like the sides, but not bad.
And he'll do like his hair like in a simple braid, like tidying it up, but like nothing too special.
Okay.
Because that's all he's got the motor skill to do right now.
Okay. So Lord Draho is going to be out of the cart. Nivara's headed to the library. Ark's going to the playhouse. For Oscar, where are you going?
I'll go to the betting area again.
Okay. So you get down there, and little goblin is there. Yeah. What do you want?
I want to know what the bets are for the Iron Leg.
Oh, sure.
in place.
Let's see. The Iron Legs clan, for every 5 you put in, you win 1 back. They're a pretty sure bet. Only more sure bet is the milk-fed babies.
It's pretty fucking be ridiculous.
I think it was Russell that did that, now that I'm thinking about it. I think Russell changed their name when all of us were busy negotiating price.
Okay.
No, I'll just hold on to my money at the moment.
All right, well, get out of here. Quit bothering me.
Spoken like a true pitmaster.
So, Nivara, you get to the library. You're researching like planar portals.
Yep.
Sure. In that case, one of the librarians brings out a book on sigil, depends on how you want to say it. It's the yeah, I went there. It is the planar kind of gatehouse for all of the planes, considered the city of doors. Overall, you get an understanding that it's laid out in a torus or donut kind of formation, where all of the doors are on the exterior of it, and the interior is where the citizenry lives. It connects everywhere, and generally speaking, any door that goes in or out of that has some form of, shall we say, port key that allows for that opening. Openings can be simple as a door in the back of a bar. Could be an opening in a chest, a manhole, a mirror. Functionally anything could potentially be a portal as long as you have that correct key.
Okay, so I got to match up the key to where I want to go.
Correct. And generally it works from wherever you're at to get you to Sigil, and then from Sigil out to another plane.
So is there any description of how to get to there from somewhere? Pictorial?
There's kind of rough guesstimations, like you hear that there's a bit of a side note in there that the old Chemshao magic item shop had one, and it's thought that was actually one of the reasons why it exploded into a little wild magic zone. Others have been known to be in basically major cities or odd places out in the wild. So, like, there may be one in Waterdeep, potentially Port Last. Icewind Dale. Those are the major mentions.
Okay. About what time is it by now?
We'll say a little bit after like dinner-ish, so like 7-ish.
All right, I'm gonna go check and see if Crazy Habib's is still open.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I'm
The hours of operation are crazy.
I'm headed inside.
Okay. As soon as you come in, welcome to Notions, Lotions, and Potions. I am Habib. How can I help you? Oh, young miss, how can I help you?
Hi, Habib.
Hello.
Do you have any port keys or anything that would get me to a place called Sigil?
Oh, Sigil. Golly gosh, I haven't been there in years. I do, but it's one of those things that you generally don't want to give out.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Yes, I do. It's just one of those things that you generally don't want to give out because people getting there that aren't used to planar travel, you think lords might be bad here on this plane, but those that are there take advantage of non-planar beings badly. You end up enslaved.
Is there any way to get there safely?
Well, getting there is not the problem. It's the getting through there to wherever you might be going.
Okay, is there any way to do that safely?
If you know a quick route and you have the also port key you need.
Because I need to get to a plane that has some kind of god power that would let me release a demon or a devil from his prison.
Oh, golly gosh. Why would you to remove a devil from a prison? They're in prison for a reason. Devils are bad.
Because he kind of promised to give me my soul back.
Oh, I see. That is a possibility, but I would need to find a second port key that will get you into somewhere. I can do this. It may take some time. Let me try.
Okay, well, I'm staying at the Singing Sword Inn?
Yep.
So just send word there if you find anything.
Okay, yes, can do. I already have the one that will get you to Citron. But I will need to find an appropriate god tier. What are you trying to release this devil from? Which devil?
Levistus.
Oh, golly. That's a mean one. Oh, I'll see what I can do.
All right, thank you very much, Habib.
You're very welcome. Come again.
I will, and I'll head out.
Okay.
I will very politely help you to unleash this evil upon the nine hell. Thank you, come again.
So, Arik, you get out to the playhouse, and they have what's effectively a Romeo and Juliet themed play going on at the moment.
Am I smart enough to follow the board?
I don't know. Give me an in check.
I mean, to be honest, a plot like Romeo and Juliet is not that complex to follow.
Yeah, but if it's spoken in an older version of Common that I'm not used to hearing, 12.
12? No, you follow along.
Okay.
So a mostly enjoyable night. You kind of start to understand the reactions that the crowd is going through.
I can at least enjoy the combat scene, right?
Oh, absolutely.
This is where I imagine Art just throwing, like, chunks of food at the stage. No, you're not ducking enough. And just criticizing their fighting.
Is this a kissing play? Did they just kill themselves? Weird.
And you have a lady that's like 2 rows behind you going, shh, duck down, you're too big. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. What about me and the dragon? What do I got to do to re-win the dragon's favor?
When it does this, that's amazing.
So every now and again, since you brought that plate of food, it either reaches a claw out or this really long tail that ends with a kind of stinger comes out, stings into it, pulls it back in, and you hear and then eventually some kind of purring and snoring.
Okay. So I don't get any kind of, because I mean, all I'm doing is basically going to sit there and talk to it and ask it questions. And,
Oh, what are you saying?
Hey, sorry about the name thing earlier. I didn't want everyone to know your real name because I was worried about them, mocking it, because around our language it's not a very tough sounding name, and I didn't want you to get hurt by it, but clearly that was a mistake on my part.
You get the sensation through the telepathy of that it doesn't like lies and that it loves the name.
It doesn't like lies and what?
Loves the name.
Loves the name, okay.
And that everyone should know its name.
Okay, then I'll say, all right, from now on I'll make sure everyone knows what your name means.
And you see a little blue claw come out and kind of go like this.
Okay, I'm going to... I don't know, what does it want? I'm going to ask, because it keeps doing this. Like, what would you like me to give you?
You get the kind of mental image of like a river with the sun kind of bouncing off of it, moonlight, starlight coming in, just various different weird, shiny looking kind of images.
I'm going to give... Yeah. I am going to give him one of those selectum pieces I have.
Okay. Do you do anything to it before you hand it to him?
Huh?
Do you do anything to it before you hand it to him?
Yeah. I'm going to prestidigitation and make it shiny and sparkling and stuff. Hand it to him.
Cool. So the prestidigitation cleans all of the grime off it and looks like a polished, brand new coin. And it hands it, it takes it from you, and the box shuts, and you hear cooing from the inside.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. It's all about buying my way into his good graces so I can see the invisible.
Okay. Anything else you four want to do before you hit the hay for the night?
Can we just point out that Draho waited until none of us were around to make an apology?
Yep. Yep. He still has his pride.
No, I as much as that victory was sweet, I got pretty wrecked. So I'm just taking it easy and doing some food and entertainment.
Yeah, okay. I assume we'll all meet back up for dinner later that night. Before I leave the cart to go to dinner, I'll ask, Rockin', I'm going to say, so would you like me to bring the box up to my room and stay there tonight? You want to stay in the cart? Where do you want to be? It's your choice.
You get the mental picture of a fire.
Okay, I'm going to take him in, and if there's no fireplace in my room, I'm going to leave him in his box next to the fireplace.
There is. So you're able to bring him into the room with you.
Okay, then I'll leave him in a nice spot near the fireplace. Ask him, is this too warm? You want further away, closer?
You get that same just kind of picture of the fire. It doesn't seem to be smaller or larger.
Okay, then I'll leave it where it is, say good night, and then head to bed.
Okay.
Oh, well, head back down for dinner, then head to bed. Obviously, we're going to have dinner together because we're friends.
Yep. So you guys all end up meeting back at probably 7:38ish.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we'll have our dinner, chat, be friendly, go to bed, and then wake up tomorrow. It'll be next game, and we'll go get our job from Eleanor.
All right. So you guys are able to rest for the evening. Full long rest, full hit points, full spells. Morning comes, and with it, a message from Eleanor.
Yes. I like to see. Guess we should just know what the message says before we end it for the night.
Okay. So the message reads, Dear Arachnophobia, there is a potential job for clearing out a clutch of ogres in the southwest mountains from here, past and over the Fire River. handling this would be a great boon to several of the lords in the city, who would be willing to pay handsomely for doing such. Feel free to come reach out to me if you need any additional information. If not, I've included a map that will lead you to where you need to go.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. And then when we get back, we'll negotiate a better price.
Right.
We'll also need to make sure that we fit this into our schedule with the next match. So.
Yeah, and just like with the last one, you guys should have a full 10-day before the next set.
Right.
If it takes us more 10 days to do that, we clearly are losing our edge and should give up the turn.
I mean, to be fair, if it takes us more than 4 days to get out there, then it's probably not affecting the locals. So.
Nah, given your past trip, you'd know that it's about 30 miles south to hit those mountains, as part of your trip went through those mountains.
Yeah, we could hit that. It'd be a day's travel, a little more.
Yeah.
Probably a day out, a day back. Take us about a day, 2 days to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And probably didn't even use like half the provisions we did for the last trip. So
yeah, so we'll have it done in 4 days, easy.
So we'll split our winnings, see if there's anything we want to stock up on before we go. But yeah,
Sounds good.
Okay.
We're giants.
So we'll go ahead and call it there. If there's any additional annotations that you guys want to send me, feel free to do so through Discord. Beyond that, night everybody. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Yeah, have a great day.
Arc.